Alright, everyone. We did it. We defeated the End Singer. Now let's head out.
No matter where we flew, there was only darkness and loneliness and pain. We couldn't find the answers Hermes yearned for, the answers he deserved. Greetings, you who are my final encounter. I wish to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends? Yes, I can see them. The memories of a long, long journey. So many people. The thoughts of them overflowing in your heart. What they live for. What gives their lives meaning. There was never a single answer. You gather pieces of happiness, precious and fragile, only to lose them, then start again. On and on it goes, until death takes you into its gentle embrace. That which Hermes sent us to find was there all this time, on Aetheris.
It wasn't always there. We created it together.
Like a field of flowers, perhaps. At first a single blossom. It spreads and takes on more colors. Thank you for guiding me here. To find these words at journey's end fills me with joy. And so, before I fall forever silent, there is one thing I must do. No expression of regret will undo what my sisters and I have done, or restore what we have stolen. But if you would allow it, I would sing one last song. A song of the newfound joy that swells in my heart. Of the beauty of light when it shines across a dark and starless sea. of a dream. That from the soil of worlds now lost to sorrow, life will spring forth once more. Nourished by gentle rains and caressed by uplifting winds. A song of hope. One day, life will fill the universe again, and Hermes will see this and smile. How, I do not know, but I do know that where there is a will, there is a way. After all, miracles happen every day, do they not? I will create a path back to your ship, where your dear friends await. Hold in your heart your desire to return to them, then follow my lead and walk forth. That hope will surely guide you true.
You mean to return to the world where you are hailed as a hero. Hear me then. Not as a hero, but as simply you. As I learned in Alamigo, you are a formidable foe. Stronger than any I have faced. Against you, I need bring my all to bear. I need burn through the candle of my life. This is the sole pleasure I know, and it is the sole pleasure I have to share. And so I come before you to issue challenge and offer singular bliss. If you wish to walk away, I will not stop you. You value life. You do not burn yours save for reasons you deem worthy. Reasons such as those which brought you here. The salvation of a world and its people. The motives of a hero true. But there is more to you than that. You know this to be true. As surely as you know the thrill of pushing your body and soul to their limits. Of confronting ever mightier foes, dancing ever closer to the precipice, wondering if this will be the one to finally fill the void. Such pleasures you seek for their own sake, and no other reason. Is this not so, adventurer?
That I can't deny. Think what you will, but I'm not letting you leave this place. I've had enough of you. It ends here. That I can't deny.
Ha! Acceptance! At long last! The conflagration of our clash will scorch even the stars!
Alright, so I've actually only ever done this as a paladin, which meant I didn't really have much of a chance of dying. As a summoner, I'm not sure how well I'm going to do at this, so good luck to me, I suppose. Oh, hang on. I'm going to take a couple screenshots sharing this, guys. Carbuncle's still out. Carbuncle's still out. Defeat Xenos. Your soul burns brighter, your power swells.
Hold nothing back! Push yourself to your limit and me to mine!
Head away. Fuck your head away.
Ha! Still fighting you, I see.
We don't want to be in the water for that. We do want to be in the water for this, though.
Show me your vaunted fortitude.
I'd rather not get hit with Ockmorn, though. That sounds scary. Though I did hit him with Ockmorn, so I guess it's only fair.
Soon you will know the full extent of my power.
I'm hitting. I don't want to. Nope, don't do that. That's just rude.
Mine for the taking.
None of that. Fuck you, Xenos.
Mine for the taking!
No, it's not.
Of your reflexes!
That's your reflexes, bitch. Also, I just hit him with Ockmorn, so I hope he likes it.
A test of your reflexes.
No, it's a test of your reflexes. Exit flare. Nobody likes exit flare.
Mine for the taking.
It is not yours for the taking. Diamond Dust? Who the fuck do you think you are? You're not Shiva. Excuse me?
A test of your reflexes.
He just turned me to stone. What a bitch. Like how he just chases me around as I'm just like fucking bashing him with mountain busters and other abilities. But Bruce, stop hitting me. I can't hit you anymore, so you shouldn't over hit me still.
Ah, my soul! How burns! I know the inferno swelling within you. Come! Let all creation be consumed by our ravenous fervor! I have you!
Rude.
Ah!
Fuck you.
Do not tell me your life's fire is already spent.
Oh, look at that. I'm full health again. Eat shit, buddy.
Yes! Yes! Rise once more! It mustn't
Fuck one
end
time.
yet!
Ethereal Ray. I don't know what that is. I don't like it, though. Oh, ow. Fuck you.
Mine for the taking! I have you! A test of your reflexes! Show me your vaunted fortitude. A test of your reflexes.
I feel like if you're gonna do that, I should be at least beside you.
I have you. Mine for the taking.
Ooh, that was rough. Oh, don't use Ethereal Ray on me again. That's sick. That's a super rude move.
test of your reflexes.
You attack me, bitch. Oh, he's dead. Okay, I'm out of HP.
No, not yet. Not until the last of me is spent.
That's disgusting.
Now fall. This is my moment. Our moment.
That I should lose again. How disappointing. Never have I understood those around me, understood their obsessions. Besieged by their banality, the world is a mire of tedium and trivialities. But in these fleeting moments, there is a spark, blinding, brilliant. Gone too soon. What of you, my mirror? Born into this world, bestowed name, bid to seek out strife and adventure. Was this life a gift or a burden? Did you find fulfillment?
Can you hear? Safe. Must tend to. Open your. Please.
Someone, and
Please.
you can't leave us! Not like this! If you do, I'll never forgive you! So come on! Open your eyes and get up!
Are you with us? Oh, thank the heavens. For a moment we thought...
Is everyone alright? Am I really alive?
After what you've done, you're the last person to be asking that. You... How can you keep your promise if you're not here?
Another fine show you've put on, my friend.
A fine show indeed. What were you thinking, fighting alone? Never do that again. My poor heart couldn't bear it.
Put yourself in our place. If you hadn't returned, how do you think we would feel? And if that sounds harsh, it's because we care.
We tended to thy wounds as best we could. But how is the pain? That is gladdening. Grievous as thine injuries were, however, I would counsel repose for a time.
Gladdening! There's nothing glad
maddening about this? When Meteion appeared in here and told us that you were right behind her, we all got our hopes up. But you never came! And when you finally deign to appear, you're within an ilm of your life. Damn you! Damn you for making us worry!
Oh, those were cries of celebration! Anyway, well, the important thing is that you're all alive and in reasonably good health, and we mean to get you back that way. As for your earlier request, I'm quite certain we're in range to make contact now.
Ah, excellent. Let us announce our return at once. I hope you're ready.
While you were unconscious, we set out from Ultima Thule, you see. Can you stand? If so, you may wish to see what's outside. We're home, my friend. We're home.
Is that? It is! It's the Ragnarok! They're back!
Thank heavens.
Truly.
They've done it!
Welcome home.
Yes!
We did it, team. We reached the end of Endwalker. I like how Zandy is one of the first 3 people they list in the voice cast. A character who has like 4 lines, if that. I'll end. Memories from our journey, though. You're somewhat right, Jeremy. Actually, as far as the Crystal Tower questline goes, Zand isn't really all that important. Historically, he's an important figure to the fall of the Allegan Empire, but other than that, he's kind of inconsequential to everything that happens. I'd say the friends we lost along the way. Bye, Papalima. I'm curious as to what made them pick Lumsa theme as the first theme that they used at the end here. Maybe it's... I don't think it changes based upon where you start, so it's probably just they picked one of the town themes, because now we got Gridania. Or is this Ul'dah? This might actually be Ul'dah. My bad, I forgot to buy the Friends DLC. Yeah, this is Ul'dah. Interestingly, my main character started in Ul'dah, but Ul'dah is the city I spent the least amount of time in. Mostly because I fucking hate how that city's laid out. There's a website you can pay e-girls to raid and flirt with you, and they're not M4 ready. If we ever need a fill. Oh shit, you know what? You're right. Never thought about that. Lolorito is there, so I avoid it. Why did we just jump to fucking Sabina's theme instead of going to Gridania? Alright, so, going forward, guys, we actually have more FF14 to do, but we're not going to be doing it until Dawn Trail is done. So we'll save post Endwalker and the Dawn Trail expansion, and then post Dawn Trail for a later date. It'll probably be a year or so from now, year or two. As I'm sure you guys are pretty FF'd out, or FF14'd out at this point. However, maybe on Sundays you guys can join me for some of the side quests that I didn't do. There's still some raids that I'd like to show off. There's still some side adventures that I think you guys would enjoy. Tengage, are you okay? I think 10 gauge broke. If we just join you on Sundays for 15. Nah, you guys gotta see what I'm planning for FF15. I say planning, but I'm doing something slightly different with FF15 in that I've never played it before. Well, sort of. It's gonna be great or terrible. I'm not sure yet. But we're gonna experience this together. No. Actually, let me make sure I get the controller. Minnie Cat, what are you doing over there? You being Minnie? By the way, we're not watching all the cutscenes, or we're not watching the entire credits. We're going to be just letting them go through their picture show, because, yeah. Aha, you will see then. We shall see. Hey look, Alphino carrying fire. That's a joke that they decided to keep us going. He's gonna go and suffer a significant head injury tonight to get amnesia. I mean, if I could do that and re-experience 15 with the changes they've made, it might make the game, put the game in a better light. Not that I dislike 15, just... yeah. You know, it's been so long since I've seen these credits, and somehow I just instinctively knew this was the song they were gonna play next. You know what's really sad? Under quality assurance, we're probably not gonna see David Ribbs Carrillo anymore. Oh man, if you do that, you should play the acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV. There's currently a free trial that allows you to play up to the expansion Stormblood for free, as well as the first 2 expansions for free. I feel like that last bit was a bit redundant considering you already mentioned being able to play up to Stormblood. Guys, back to your favorite Pokemon's here. Did you forget that by the end? I did. Peon that smells like Fiki. We're not even real. All this is a simulation created by your brain to train you for your actual life. Once you finish FF14 for the 3rd time, you will be actually born with the knowledge to exist. You mean Yoshi P creates us in real life as well? Aw, Isale. While she didn't get any mention or showing at the end of the game, she at least makes a cameo in the Asia scope to help you. Yoshi P isn't real? What about Tiamat? Knights of the Round! Warriors of Darkness! Unfortunately, PMN exists. Minfilia. Minfilia needs wine. A little bit of Final Fantasy all of the time. Welcome to Yorzia. Have a look around. Doing a Blue Mage content so they can ride a hentai plant. Ah, Papalimo. Goodbye, Papalimo. Ah, shit, Stormblood. Alas, this will probably take a while longer, so we are going to skip to the end of the credits. We should have had Woot Clamot cover all the credits. Yeah. You skip the credits and get more credits. Warrior of Light, Mirror Apprentice. It's true.
Dearest mother, dearest father, this letter will be the very last that I write to you from the rising stones. As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion. From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days. At the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, we fought the battle of our lives. Fought against despair itself. A veritable maelstrom of it, fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves. Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees, crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat, convinced that I will never rise again. However, I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness. By this truth do I find hope within, blooming resplendent, like the Elpis flower. And thus do I endure. Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones. For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth. And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark. Thus believing, I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades. For, as we have decided, after careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
There you are, Alphino. Everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. I'll be right there. At least, that is what the story will be. Sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Oh, just a letter.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways. Retreating from plain sight to take our place in the shadows once more.
Indeed. For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together, as we always have.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask. I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super-secret organization requires a super-secret base of operations. To the rest of the world, it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan. If you thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
I, for one, look forward to your future successes, Tataru. As do I our next meeting.
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now, off with you.
Speak with your comrades. Okay, let's go talk to Urianger. I've had 4 theme. Mira, thou hast spoken with our comrades? Though this parting be not forevermore, 'tis nonetheless occasion for sorrow. Akin to a pixie's path, the navigation of such farewells is a perilous endeavor indeed. For their part, however, the Loporrits embark upon a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospitable for the creatures of Aetheris. Thus do our lunar visitors convene with the Forum, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, there is much and more each party must learn of the other, a process which doth promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, a cadre of Loporrits hath gleefully dispersed across our lands in the name of mutual understanding. Heidelin, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of the star, and 'tis Vana's own nature, I believe, which doth manifest in this irrepressible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed that which they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labors to be rewarded, that their abiding affection for man result in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope they continue our acquaintance, and share in knowledge as they saw fit to impart. Acquaintance? I'd call it friendship. You are the first to truly understand them. Dost thou think so? The Loporrits are certainly possessed of a unique outlook, and it hath been my pleasure to act as their facilitator upon this star. Mayhap I might yet serve as a bridge betwixt them and our fellow man, as Moinbrita once did for me. But I digress no further. This day should be belong to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, to mine incomparable companions. Oft time hath mine reticence caused thee grief, and mine actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal. And yet here amongst you I still stand. No amounts of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus instead, I do proffer my humble support. Be it unto the deepest abyss or the seventh highest heavens, even if I must needs founder cross stormy seas. ever shall I answer thy summons. You also really appreciate they made Oriange of all people the bunny ambassador. Yeah. Miro, seen to your preparations, have you? I'm just gonna make another sweep of my belongings. It wouldn't do to find I've forgotten something halfway to my destination. Oh, in case you haven't heard, we've received new reports detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the lands surrounding the Bounty, where the sky first began to burn. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north, in Garlemald, and the frozen lands beyond. We also had reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one of which was an area in the northern Empty. Had our quest taken any longer, Shylian too may have come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still be roaming about, but these localized crises will be well within the capacities of each nation to handle on their own. The Scions are no longer needed. Which isn't to say that we won't help where we can, of course. As individuals, no more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alphino. They were among the worst affected, and still need all the help they can get. It won't be easy. An inevitable part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier, though. That I'll curse my weakness. My inability to fix every problem to save every lost soul. But no matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudging no effort. And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to one of our your many moments of triumph and the accompanying determined expression. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect, like when you activated the teleporter without warning. And should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere trying my very best. I look forward to hearing all about the legendary Alexei Levier. Think you can keep up with me? Minicat? Not that I'm trying to become famous or anything. Did you get yourself in trouble, Minicat? That being said... the next time we meet, I'll be vastly improved, so don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. Can I give you guys a bit of a spoiler? When next we meet Alice, she is not vastly improved. Maybe mildly. Oh, Miro, pray forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter to my parents. As busy as Father has been, tending to the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I've made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I will endeavor to write as often as I am able. A little effort to set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Shylian. Both Alice and I are off to assist with Garlemald's recovery, you see. Though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation, we cannot well leave the capital in its present state. We will rejoin those members of Ilsabar contingent still stationed there, Lucia Maxima Helm, the relief effort, and the support from our allies, the people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the tempered across the land. Lest you misunderstand, we do not seek redemption for failing Lucinia and her sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go to the truth, go because of the truth in Lord Quintus's words. The truth that, whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the fallen empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces, and though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent, with greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn into political agenda. We seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts that we might better help them to begin anew. You'd best write me too. Write you letters? Of course I would be glad to do so. But I would be gladder still were you to come to visit, and I believe I speak for Alice as well. For fairly as long as I've been in Eorzea, you've been at my side, watching over me in good times and in bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly keep count. The world is changing and will continue to do so, yet no matter what the future brings, I hope that I can ever look to you, in good times and in bad, and as a dependable comrade and dear friend both. Minicat, stay out of the bags. Thank you, Miro, from the bottom of my heart. Alright, Growl, what do you got for us? Oh, Miro, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? I can't apologize enough for sending Xenos to find you in Ultima Thule. When he came to me in Charlian, I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make a decision, I reasoned that if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause, and so I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your earlier exertions, but knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. It worked out, you did the right thing. I won't lie, I thought that was it for me. Well, it worked out. I can't say she did the right thing, but it is a relief to hear you say that. Thank you. Time and again, I've been made to feel woefully inadequate. I wasn't much use in battle, nor could I face the form without my nerves getting the better of me. It always fell to you and the others. I must and will do better. And I will begin with the restoration of the students of Baldesion. Through our work, Charlian will strengthen its ties with other nations, that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in the future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully I have the staunchest of help in Raha and Ojika and other remaining members. Together, we'll continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times, might you be willing to assist us? Not because you feel obliged, mind you, but because you feel the allure for the task itself. Marvelous. Should something of interest arise, I shan't hesitate to reach out. Until that day, I shall endeavor to become a more dependable comrade. You know, Cryo, being woefully inadequate has done nothing to stop the small bitch. That's true. Alright, Thancred, what do you got for me? Twilight over Thanalan. Our champion and savior. I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. That sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours, and the rest of you for that matter. On the mend, I trust. Glad to hear it. You were in a bad way, and healing magics or no, I'm impressed by how swiftly you recovered. Then again, 'tis hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you've become. Media undefeated, her song of oblivion cut short, the source of all her reflections delivered from the final days. If you had faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost, but you held fast. Now Reen has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. As for a lesser gift, however, next time you see her, I'd appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Arianges as aimless wandering. We've a purpose in our roaming, after all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of the scions on the world stage. There'll never be an end to the little problems we go unattended by nations. We will do our best to help out where and when we can. Which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell her I'm faring well and leave it at that, eh? No, actually, what I'm going to tell her is that her two dads are having a lover's retreat. No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, but when I think of home, 'tis the rising stones which comes to mind. How many times have we set out from this base, thence to return when our work was done? On the day the Scions came together, I only hoped for Minfilia to find a place where she belonged, and never did I expect to find one here myself. Speaking of head, yeah. Indulge me, Mira, I have a question for you, and imagine Minfilia herself is asking. Oh, that's... Are you glad you joined the Scions? Best decision I've ever made. Never been a dull moment, that's for sure. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. I honestly say the same. But all the things must come to an end, at least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration or reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running. you'll likely get a certain funny-talking fortune teller into the bargain. If you have something to say, then out with it. Just worried how you'll earn your keep now. Just wondering how I'll earn my keep now. I got duty roulettes. What is he going to be doing? You talk as if the silence solution was more than mere pretense. There may be fewer calls to action, but we should be compensated as before. Why are you so concerned for me anyway? In any case, I do not want for options, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Amarik hear about our disbandment than he offered me a position as a guardsman in the Imperium District. As a former Azure Dragoon, I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. Who does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment, and have. Some days ago, a Hanish envoy arrived with word from Vritra. The worm requests my presence as soon as things have settled here. He didn't deign to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons, like as not. In Thavnair, like elsewhere, the phenomena caused by the final days abated when you defeated Medion. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Of those who sought refuge in Sharlayan, most have already returned home. But many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vritra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Sharlayan if they wish, to work and study. Vritra was always the satrap in truth. It's gratifying to see him become one in name as well. One who has the complete confidence of his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons of late. Not so long ago, I would have assumed his benevolence hid ulterior motives, but it is clear he cares for his people, and they in turn revere him. To know such nation may flourish is comforting. Breach's kin sought to release from conflict, so weary they were of suffering is wrought, they suffered in oblivion. But Midgard Summer didn't give up in hope. He made the journey to distant Aetheris with his clutch of eggs, and though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men, there were times when they transcended hatred to abide in harmony. That is their legacy and their triumph. In my lance, I feel the weight of their struggle and the strength of their resolve, and it lends me strength. These things I might never have learned had I not joined you. Should you ever have need of me, I will come. At the very least, it might be an opportunity to earn coin. A very touching Estinian. Alright, Ishtola, what do you got for us? I'll flee you from talking to Clemence for a spell. Oh, she got Matoya's theme. That's fitting. Oh, are we saying our farewells too? I hadn't at present planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I'm averse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there was something I'd been meaning to ask you. Something that had been on my mind since the last flames of the final days subsided. During our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles. More than can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled among those memories are certain essential facts. The history of Aetheris and the ancients, glimpses of the Aeon, of their culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in formal records for wider consumption. When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, and never have I balked at the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is given shape and interpretation. When we seek to capture it with our words, it is invariably molded to fit a narrative, no matter how well-intentioned the rendering. An event is described as sad, a summation which fails to express the emotional complexity, yet the word on page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Throughout in history, some have deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are the result of similar linguistic shortcomings, piling one upon the other until the end result is unrecognizable from its origin. Which is why I fear that writing an account in my own words would be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yet, even with the potential for corrupted meaning, I do, of course, realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be painful affair indeed. But what do you say on the matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon those experiences only we have shared, and seek to preserve them for posterity? Aye, let them be read and remembered. Nay, it is enough to hold them in your memories. Yeah, let them be read, Ashtola. Right. Very well then, I shall endeavor to pen what I can of the Ia and the ancients and so many other wonders. But I am no scribe. It will be less polished work and more recording of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better for having sought your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted an entirely new set of questions. Should you stumble into the unknown or struggle with some impenetrable mystery, know that I'm at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. And lastly, Grahatia. This video has gone on over long, but that's fine. It is the end of Endwalker. Oh, Miro, might you have a moment to talk? Just a moment, though, Graha. Well, why do I have to walk over here with you? Why can't you talk in front of Hoary Boulder and make him feel insignificant? As he is no longer interesting now that I'm here. With the sign stepping away from the public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. And after speaking with Cryo, I've decided I will be assisting her in rebuilding the students of Valdesian. Not only am I indebted to Master Galuf for giving me a new home, but had our new order never existed, I would never have set foot within the Crystal Tower. How different my life might have been. I would have never met you, never become the caretaker of the tower, never become a scion. You gave me the chance to do so much good, and hope to continue to do so with the students. For an added benefit, new mysteries often find their way to our doorsteps, mysteries that could have proven ideal for fulfilling our promise to embark on a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. Whenever you have time and inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you unto the unknown. Do you recall the realm of the Omicrons, when I asked you if you thought I may someday be mentioned in your epic? Well, 'tis true that to earn a place at your side would be the stuff of dreams. In the end, nothing would give me greater joy than to stand with you in the here and now. It needn't be some grand endeavor. There needn't be a promise. Whenever adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you, and I hope that you will do the same for me. Without a second thought. Graha's a good companion. Plus he can multi-roll, which is great. I'll hold you to that. As much as we've already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows, perhaps we will even encounter survivors of the Omicron somewhere out there. After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't implausible that some of them found themselves far from home. And should we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come, I would bid them seek adventure with someone, and with that partner find a new purpose, a new dream. Where crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not Omicrons? Wherever your plans may lead, I do not hesitate to send word, and should a commission of interest come my way, you will be the first to know. I think that's like the third time he said that during this. Alright, that's it for all of them. Let's go talk to Tatara. I know the others have things to say too, but this has gone over long, so... Spoken your fill, have you? If so, I'm thinking of sending everyone off. With your permission, then. Your attention, please! At risk of spoiling the mood, the time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you all safe journeys. Till next we meet, be well. Alright, so we're gonna get Argos Horn, Wind Up Herois, Endwalker Footfalls, and Flow. And that, as they say, is that.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania. There is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Sharlayan before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Radzat Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge her plans.
Quite right.
Indeed.
Fair point.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
Finn. Yet stand tall, my friend. Our journey will never end.
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal. And yet, something stirs. Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night, the beast hungers. Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as she foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium. Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
You have completed the main scenario quest Endwalker. But its chorus might ring out for all. Endwalker. There you go. Alright, ladies and gents. That is going to be it. So, YouTube, thank you very much for joining me for my adventures through Final Fantasy XIV. That's going to be it for a while. We will be back eventually with Doncho. Otherwise, guys, thank you for viewing.